Hi guys, so I wasn't here on the boat for the last few weeks and Nat was coming here on her own. She did quite a lot. I'm impressed, really impressed, really nice. And then she mostly concentrate on this room. She started sanding this fiberglass area here, which was basically pinning like that. It's just a paint. So, and she did all the walls around. Here is she. Say hello.
Hello.
And then today I will concentrate on those bulkheads. We will try to fill those holes. Those holes are done just to accommodate old instruments, but the idea is to fill them up, close them, and maybe if we need new ones we will make new ones, but we don't want to put a lot of holes everywhere. So the nice idea is just to close those ones up. I will use a plywood. I will cut the pieces. We will put the pieces in a place. We will put something on the back just to hold them in a place. Then we will fill them with a resin mixtures with some additive from West System, and I will leave it for roughly 24 hours. So hopefully tomorrow we can remove that one. We can fare this area nicely sanded, and then hopefully we'll be ready for priming and then painting with a paint which not managed to get from some other companies. PPG. She's saying it's a PPG. Yeah, it will take a few hours I think to get somewhere still with this place, but yeah, that's the plan. Let's start. Not right now, she's also playing with the computer there.
I'm not playing, I'm actually working.
She's working, sorry. Not is working with the computer.
I'm ordering stuff for the boat. We're ordering veneer. I know we've got lots of veneer around and we were trying to get rid of it. But we want to obviously paint some of the surfaces, but some of them we decided we're gonna put the veneer, but very different color to what it is now.
So what's the color you would?
We chose oak. It's not actually this one. Where's the other one? Oh, it's there. You can pass it. Hold on. Let me show you. No, it's not that one. This is not the sample, but it's not that one. We just ordered samples, and those are the samples. But
the sample
we
is in.
chose. Oh yeah, that's the one. It's called oak.
Yeah, you can see how much difference is between the old cherry color and the new oak.
So we chose one that we don't have to apply glue. We chose one that's pretty easy. Seems to be pretty easy to use, but we will find out. It's called peel and stick. So literally you've already got just like you peel the surface. It's already pre-glued, and we're just gonna cut out the shapes that we need and just glue them to the surface. And we're hoping that we're gonna get it delivered while we're still here. We're gonna be here for the next 3-4 days. So once we get it, we can start working on that. But in the meantime, we're gonna have to sand all the surfaces first to prep it for applying that peel and stick veneer. Well, you have to sand it so that it bonds, the glue bonds to it better.
Probably a lot of you will say, peel and stick, is it gonna work on a boat? I don't know.
We're gonna try.
I check a lot of videos. I did also check a lot of online forums, and everyone was saying like you should use epoxy mixture. You have to spread it, then you have to put the veneer, and then use the staples to hold it in a place, and so on. And I think it's not worth it.
I think it's just, I think it's an overkill. We're gonna try a different method, and hopefully it works.
If not, in the future, in the next few years, we always can change it.
We're gonna have to redo it. Worst case
comes to
scenario.
worst, we'll have to do it again. It's not a huge area, and I think that peel and stick looks really nice, and we still can varnish it, and then it will save us a lot of time.
Well, the main thing, it's going to brighten up the area, and within just a day or two we will see, you know, massive difference within the space, and that's what I'm really looking forward to.
So we will start with those holes. We want to close them up. The easiest way to do it is just to use a bit of clean plastic. That will do. So in that easy method we have a template. I will always cut this slightly smaller. We leave a gap about 2 to 3 mils around.
And then you repeat the process to make the templates for all the openings. Once they are all cut, we are ready to epoxy them in place.
Then I will use a peel ply. So peel ply, backing panel, nicely fit. We just done those backing panels, and right now we're ready to start with the fiberglass. We will use a epoxy resin from West System. Have to prime the pumps slowly because I never used that one before. Oh yeah, that's it. So
Recommended ratio of resin to hardener is 5:1, but there is no need to measure it. All you do is use 1 pump each, as the pumps from West System are already designed to give you the correct ratio. We then mix it for 2 minutes. First we prime the surface with a bit of that epoxy. Did you have to prime only the edges?
yeah, that's basically the idea, because it's not going to hold anywhere else. It's only cold on the edges. So right now I don't really have to rush it, because this has to get like it's only a bit tacky before I will do anything else. So there's no rush. I will prime those sides a bit. That literally took a few minutes, and I think it's ready.
And again, mix resin and hardener for about 2 minutes. Add the additives of your choice adequate to the job you're doing. We used 404 high density filler and 402, which is milled glass fiber. The label doesn't say how much to add, but you want to achieve texture of a peanut butter.
Number 1. I have done all of those holes here right now, all of those cutouts in our bulkhead, but I still have a lot of those small holes like those ones. It's hundreds of them in here, and I want to fill them as well. So again, I have to prime them before anything, and then I will fill them with a filler, which this time is a low density filler, 407. So that guy said it's literally hundreds of those screws. I'm actually lucky because Nat is dealing with the deck, and there is about 1500 screws to remove. So I can feel really lucky now. That's more like it.
After 24 hours, we can remove the backing plate and the peel plate. The surface is then sanded, getting rid of the excess of epoxy in places.
Right now I'm going to move to our storage compartment where I worked yesterday with resin and fillers. I'm going to sand everything there now and we'll be ready to put the second coat everywhere. Not, I'm your father.
I hope not. Kind of sick. Ziggy then uses a filler to cover lower spots. We then move into the saloon, where more sanding awaits, preparing surfaces for the light oak veneer and painting. We decide to get rid of the pilot berth. It is of no use to us, and in its place we would like to build a bit more storage space. The surfaces are ready for first application of the primer. Within a couple of days of placing order, we received the veneer sheets. Now this is our veneer. We just got delivery. Okay, so when we opened the box, we were quite happy with what it looked like. When we received the sample, because we ordered a sample beforehand, it looked pretty much like this. So it was exactly the same shade, same grain. Being a natural wood, obviously you can have a different grain, but if you order a batch or several sheets, I would expect them all to be the same. But when we opened, we were very disappointed because we found that every single one of them, I don't know if you can even see, is different. Different wood grain. This one is much darker, completely different wood grain. This one, again, completely different. And another one. So not even two of them match. So we called up the company. It turned out they are located close to our house. I'm gonna head to the warehouse where they produce these. Yeah, I think we have no option but just to return it. It wasn't cheap, I have to say, so I was a little bit disappointed that for so much money, that's what we get. Yeah, I think we'll have to come up with a different solution because I researched different companies and I'm worried that it might be the same case. Perhaps we have to rethink the interior design of the boat and use different material to cover the bulkheads where we plan to apply this veneer. Anyway, yeah, I'll pack this up and return it. Yeah, we're here, the wood veneer hub. Okay, so I spoke to the manager and well, he explained that with natural wood it's quite difficult to get the same shade and same wood grain, as it's every tree grows differently. He suggested that we should get someone professional to do the veneer for us, and then they will match the veneer. I just can't seem to see why the company can't do that if you order a bigger sort of batch. Obviously we didn't order 1 sheet, we ordered 7, so I would think that if they pull it off the shelf they try to match it, but they don't, turns out. So yeah, well, not the end of the world, but a little bit disappointed by how things turned out, but it is what it is. I can't help it. Anyway, let's head back to the marina. I'm sure Ziggy needs my help. As soon as I got back, I had to vent my disappointment. I couldn't think of a better way than some galley demolition work. The mood quickly changed for the better, and to make me even happier, Ziggy removed the ugly, shabby port lights from my galley. And I couldn't be happier to see them go. Yay! I got it. You're loving it.
Mm-hmm.
I then cover them temporarily so that rain doesn't get in. But soon I get distracted. Babe!
Chyba tobie się nudzi.
Ziggy didn't find it as amusing at first, but it didn't take long to convince him.
Świetnie. Wow.
Nie patrz tak na mnie.
To z miłości.